Hey, you thieving bastards! Happy 2020! I'm enjoying the day, dude. And the wonderful weather. It's actually really warm, dude. Really warm today. Let's see, should we do it this way? Well, no, because the sun's in the camera. Let's do it this way. Yeah. Oh yeah, I was just following the little trail, dude, of fireworks here. Like, I come down on the beach. Yeah, I live up there. And I come down here and I see like, some bottle rockets. Okay. And then I see, there's some used sparklers. And I can see like, okay, I traced our steps, all the way down the beach, all this evidence. There was nobody on the beach last night. There was another group of kids or something down the way. Over down by in front of the, the main boardwalk area. And, where a pier should be, I'm surprised they're not. I think they did have a pier and it got destroyed. Just the way it's positioned, strong south currents hit this place pretty hard. South swells. It's kind of weird. It comes like in sideways and shit. I've seen it take beach sand, all the sand. I don't know if you can see it behind me. I'm sitting on this wall. The wall itself, this little rock wall, is dropped by 2 feet. All summer you used to just take one step down on the beach. I already miss summer, dude. I feel good though, man. I don't know, there's like something in the air. I just feel good. Or it could be my medication kicking in. No, nothing in the air, dipshit. There's some the juice is probably kicking in. Woo! Yeah, dude, this year came and gone pretty quick, man. I don't know. I think it's true what they say, man. There's only a few things in life that are important, dude. That's, your children, your family. I mean, really, it's God first. That's what I was told this last year, and I really tried to put that into practice. And you know what? It's actually fucking hard, dude. If we want to talk about this past year, 2019, that's what I did. It's really hard, I'm sure you guys have seen my video about, they say what you're doing on New Year's is what you'll be doing the rest of the year, like usually. So I try to make it a point of doing what I want to do with my up and coming year on New Year's. And last year I realized like I didn't have an altar in the house, so you're putting God first. You better start with an altar. And I like that idea that that's what I'd be doing with my year. And I did spend a little bit of time on the altar last year. And I was told by some really good spiritual elders that I've come to trust over the years. Damn near a decade now, one of them. And that was the consensus, man. Just put God first, man. Everything else will fall into place. And, it's easier said than done. I found that myself, I will put a lot of things first, man, before God. If you just try to put God first in the morning when you wake up, first thing you do, like that was my take when I said, what do you mean, put God first? How's that going to help? I don't know. Like, just try it, Joe. Just start there and God will lead you. Okay. So I started there and I come to find out it's actually hard. I'll find myself taking care of my animals, doing animal chores, before the sun's up. And that became a reminder like, oh shit, you know what I mean? You're putting cat shit first before God. That's really bad, And, it got to the point where I would just leave whatever I was doing down on the beach, walk back up into the house, get on the altar and just tell God thank you and order my steps. And that was another big one, dude. Letting God order your steps, man. It takes a lot of stress out of life. And if you can like really follow through on those things, 'cause I don't do all of them. God tells me a lot of stuff, and I don't listen all the time. But and then you realize like, damn, I should have just listened to what I was being told, man, in my spirit. I mean, just on the simple day-to-day, man, just going about your job. I could have my hands in so many pots that I forget the shit that's right in front of me, and or you get overwhelmed and you got to take a step back and say, okay, no, start A, finish A, then go to B, finish B, go to C, finish C, so that's been helpful. But I found it like, dude, even just taking a piss, or like, smoking a cigarette, the nicotine, the caffeine, like there's about 3 to 5 chemicals that I gotta have in my body, or else I'll have withdrawals. Like you go into withdrawal symptoms behind caffeine, and them rock stars have 250 to 300 milligrams of caffeine each can, and I'll drink 1 or 2 of those cans in the morning sometimes if I'm working hard, out there hardcore, dude, hot and heavy. And I pay the price for it, and I take one with me, and I'll drink half of it, and you fucking get a vicious headache, dude, on some caffeine withdrawals. Facts. That's probably why Mormons and certain religious people won't fuck with caffeine, dude. They treat it like alcohol and stuff, which is another thing. I feel fucking great today. I didn't drink. I don't like drinking, so it's not really difficult for me, but I find on New Year's, that is a place where I will take a drink if I'm gonna do that. I'm so inclined to do so, and I didn't do it last year, I didn't do it this year. Well, I don't remember what I did, if I did it or not last year, but this year I didn't do it, and I feel fucking great today, like, do yourself a fucking favor, man. I used to grow a lot of blackberries, and I had an abundance. I make wine and liquor out of them, and got all into it, and I just found that out back during that phase. Like, I just woke up one day and felt fucking great, and I was like, what the fuck happened? What was different? Oh, I didn't drink last night. Oh, okay, fuck. Ha! Not even putting blackberry vinaigrette on your fucking salad, and it's got alcohol content, dude. I mean, it's enough to dehydrate you for sure if you don't fucking, you're not drinking properly. Yeah, dude, so it's not easy, man, and I learned that this last year, and I really tried to put it in practice, and everything was better because of it. So I'm going to continue with that for 2020, and I suggest that's a good place for anybody to start. You'll realize how hard it is, man, to put God first, and that is really the only important thing. Everything else we do, you hear people say this all the time, and it's, the saying is beat to death about how the only thing that's important is love, and, it's in the end, it's a relationship between us and our Creator, God, and nothing else matters, and that is true, and I think that goes along with the putting God first thing, and trusting God. So that's a good place to start for 2020. I'm gonna try to be more patient as a father. My son started at the school, and they did diagnose him within, they said it's still early stages, but they put him in the spectrum of autism, not based on learning, because he gets it, and he's not showing any signs of a learning disability associated with autism. But behaviorally, he does, dude. And just weird shit, little things, but he's actually a sharp kid. And that's kind of a shocker though, when people tell you things and you're they were like telling me like, just take this paper here and you're gonna get paid for this. And it's like, I don't, like, that doesn't even fucking mean shit to me. It's just a weird, and something concerning your children. Oh, this dog right here, dude. I don't know, I can't see my screen for shit because of the glare. I'm not gonna complain about that. I'm not gonna complain about that, dude. It's warm. There's been some fucking frosty nips out here for sure. Ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling, if you know what I'm saying. And I appreciate toasty buns to frosty nips any day. Although I'm not gonna never shy away from a frosty nip. Yeah, so anyway, just dealing with that as a parent. I guess I'm lucky, man, because there's some kids that are, really bad off fortunate. My son's good. Just the behavior thing, dude. He's real fucking wild. It's real wild behavior. And not bad, but, he needs to be stimulated. And, his mind put to work. But, like any normal kid, they don't like fucking monotony or, repetitious work. And that's what like 90% of life is. So just trying to get him to have like patience and follow through. And, the teachers, they got him for a couple hours. I got him 24/7. It's fucking exhausting, let me just tell you. But, he is a big help to me. He's a tremendous help. And I knew that when he was born. I felt the Lord told me that in my spirit. This kid's a blessing. He's going to be a tremendous help to me. And he already is. And by the time he's a teenager or a young man, that's just going to be such a blessing. I'll be so much more tired by then, too. So, yeah, it's, it is what it is. I'm glad that we're getting something done in terms of his education and educational goals, and they're going to be starting at a new school when Christmas break is over here, where he'll have a little bit smaller class size and a few more teachers in the classroom, and that way we can get this kid on the right track, and because he's got it in him, and he is a good boy. He listens. So it's just that behavioral, it's very touchy behavioral issues, because you're dealing with behavior. You can't beat somebody into doing what you want them to do, or even if it's the right thing for them. And, like, you can't lead a horse to water, saying goes. You can't beat them into it. So it's just good that we live in a time. This is what I'm grateful for, that we live in a time when we even have these kind of diagnosis and expertise, because 20 years ago, man, we didn't know any of this shit. And I was listening to when they were describing